Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Faik Rohifi and you can call me Faik. I'm from Telkom University, Telecommunication Engineering 2018. I'm from Nganjuk, East Java, actually. And then in the university, I'm not just a study at class, but I follow the research group or research center in the Telkom University. It is ICOMS. The name is the ICOMS. And the field that we learn in that laboratory is that about the telecommunication and artificial intelligence. But I'm in the telecommunication aspect. My project is like how to send the data in the long term without a satellite, but with atmosphere. So we must count the proper frequency to get the frequency, because if you have a higher frequency, the signal will through this atmosphere, not reflected. We want to reflect the signal back to the earth. And the leader for my laboratory is Mr. Khairul Anwar, and Mr. Khairul Anwar have many research activities in the international or national, and it is very popular person. Find the 4G maybe, and then he become my motivated person. And then I realized that in the university I'm not study, but I must become an active student. Like I must increase my public speaking aspect to join so that I join an organization. The name of the organization is the IEEE Student Branch Telkom University. That is organization for the engineering in the world actually, but it's branch. So I manage engineering organization in my college. And in the IEEE, I become a vice chairman. So I must concentrate to manage the people that become my member for the engineering. I think that's my introduction. Okay, the reason why I joined this program, because this program is very useful for me, because I can learn about more about the programming language, or how we can solve many problems. Because for the information that since I was child, I usually like solve many problems. So in the elementary school until now, I like math, because math has problems and I must to solve it, and it make me challenge to solve this problem. And because the math, I get many achievement, like in junior high school I get the first winner for the Olympiad mathematics Olympiad, and the senior high school I become a participant for my senior high school to become a participant in mathematical Olympiad in Surabaya. And now I'm still follow the competition in math, like on MIPA and now is KNMN in mathematics field. And then because mathematics in the second semester, I get a love for the programming language, and then I got many projects to make the application and website, because in the first language, I think I learned about the single language. It's a basic language, I think, and then I learned about Java language. It is a machine language that, and I learned how to make application in NetBeans. And the first application is the traveling. And in the C programming, I get a project too. The name is the Djack. It's the application same like Gojek. And then the fourth semester, this 5th semester, I follow the ITB activist even it is the programming training, and I learned about a JavaScript and making a website. The name of the website is for the management in the organization. Okay. And I think the making RPA or robot processing automation is make me interest, because it use my logical or critical thinking, same like a math and same like a programming language. I think it's how to I motivated with this program. Okay, I will explain about the RPA or robot processing automation very briefly. Okay, but the first way is I will tell about the example first. Okay, suppose you have big companies that have application, maybe get many user in that application, and you get many input from the user. Maybe you get if have in your application have register, you register to join your application. Maybe you get many input from the user, and you have employee in the data science, employee for the data science or data analysis, and the employee for the data analysis get the data and put the data into the Excel. But the employee put the data to the Excel, but one by one. So they write or copy paste the data, input data from the user to the Excel one by one. It's very difficult, and I think it's very make this employee tired and take a long time maybe. And then I think the data is not only put in the Excel, but you must process it like a sort or the other. It's usually a request from the leader, and then after you process data, you must to send in the leader to see your data very clearly. And I think it's very difficult if you do this repeatedly again and again, and take a long time, and maybe the person can tired to do this. I think if we use the robot, I think before this topic, I think robot for many people it's physically robot. I think robot in physical, like you can look the robot have a body and the arm like a human maybe, and they can do the human habitual. But in this field is not something like that. But the robot in this field is like you program the software, and the software can do process automatically. Like this example, if you put the robot in there, like you make the application for managing the data can input in the Excel automatically, one by one, in the faster way, more faster than the data employee. And then not only put in the Excel, the robot can process this data with whatever you want, like a sorted data automatically and the others. After the processing, they can automatically send to the leader or the CAO that they want to see the data. I think the robot can work 24 hours repeatedly again and again, do this job, not like a human just only maybe 8 hours. After that they tired to do this and take a rest and something like that. But robot can work with to 24 hours. And I think the beneficially to use this RPA or robot processing automation is reduce the cost for the employee. Maybe you must, if you have an employee, you must do training the employee maybe. But if you have the robot, you don't do it. Okay. And I think something like that. Okay. The first question. Okay. After graduating from my college, I have arranged the plan for my future. Like the first, I want to continue my study at a magister in overseas, because I am very challenged to have a lot of experience, a lot of studies experience, especially in the overseas. We know that overseas have different culture, and have if I study at the overseas, I think I have a better connection for the international activities maybe. And then maybe before I continue my study, I will work first maybe in the company, or I continue my research project at my laboratory with my lecturer maybe. And in my project now, I cooperate with LAPAN, So maybe I can get higher in the 8 maybe. Okay, the long-term goals why I choosing this program is I get a plan to make the automation application that is very useful for the company and the society, because that I explained before, the company is very need the automation, because the automation can work effectively and rapidly. And then for society, maybe if I publish my application about the robotic robot processing automation, I think they can easily to use this application. Okay, I think the role of the IT in the world of banking is a fintech or financial technology. It's combination from the financial and technology or IT. If you mix this field, I think it's make a benefit. Like now you have already you can get the application for bank like e-banking, and you can get easily to use this maybe. And then the second is the role for the IT in the insurance. I think insurance is more important for the person now, because if you have a long way to go to the hospital, maybe you can get the application in your hand and you can check your healthy in there with your symptoms. Maybe if you feel that you are not good, maybe you can check the application. It's very easy if the IT mix with the insurance. And then the telecommunication industry, because I'm from the telecommunication, maybe I learned about how the software can manage the data, maybe like a software-defined network. They can software can manage the network, like it have a one server that can manage the network. This subject is make me very interested, because you must make the software, and not only in the physical layer, we have learned about the application layer. I think it's very easy because we use the Python language in there. Okay, I think the first step that I will take is I will ask to my parent to get permitted. I think it's fine for my parent, because they want to make their children success. I think it's make me easily to work in Jakarta. And then after that, maybe I go to the Jakarta, and then I will search for the dormitory or the house that I can rent, and I will live in there. Okay, I think yeah, I think I have many friends in there. So maybe the first night in the Jakarta, I think I can sleep in my host friend. I think it's very easy if I work in Jakarta. Thank you. The purpose of this ICStar Hackathon, I think they want to make a teenager is more active, especially in the university, and then the ICStar Hackathon want to give the experience in technical or organization, and then the ICStar Hackathon looked at the engineer for robotic processing automation is very less in Indonesia, so they want to increase the engineer for robotic processing automation. And then the benefit that I can get from this program is I can get many experience in technically, and I think is the biggest benefit that I can take from this program is the connectivity from the other participant and the lecture maybe. Because if I have great connectivity, I think I get more easily to cooperate with another person. And okay, I think it's enough for me. Thanks for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.